welcome to Painting Sports the Right Way. I'm Eli Painter.
I'm Caden Wright. Today we're gonna discuss the NBA season shutdown, the XFL season cancellation, NFL free agency, and more. Let's start with the NFL free agency. ESPN's got some good stuff. Let me just share the screen real quick. Yeah, ESPN has some good stuff. I mean, have you seen any articles, Eli, on I'd explain free agency pretty good. I mean, there's Tom Brady, obviously, off to the Buccaneers.
Yeah, I mean, I would say that the Bucks are really trying to rebuild their offense because they got Tom Brady. Then they're rebuilding their O line and stuff.
Let's check out the roster. So their O-line and offense just in general. So go to teams, Bucks. It's the Bucks. Shoot, I can't see it. Still can't see.
Yeah, but they have great receivers already. So
Yeah. Remind me, who are their receivers?
they have Mike Evans, Chris Godwin. They have O.J. Howard.
Nice.
Uh,
Ah, my computer's glitching out a little. Yeah, they were 7-9 last year, so second in the NFC. That's okay, but that's not great. So yeah, now they've got Tom
yeah.
Brady as their quarterback with all these. I mean, what do you think of the Bucs depth chart? I mean,
I think they're good. I believe that they also have re-signed Ronald Jones as a running back. So they're really rebuilding and stuff.
how good do you think?
I think that they're at this rate, if they keep there's not a lot of people left in free agency, but
Yeah.
they're already a contender, and so if they keep doing this, I think they'll be one.
All right. Any other free agency news in the NFL that you need to discuss?
I mean, the Buccaneers, Tom Brady going has made kind of a ripple effect. I mean, also that meant that Winston had to leave, and so he isn't on a team yet. He's just a free agent. So
Oh,
it'll be interesting to see where where he lands. But
yeah. So that's interesting.
same thing.
Do you think that Tom Brady's still gonna win? I mean, or do you think it's gonna be Belichick that's gonna be winning? Or do you think that both?
I don't know. I mean, I think that right now, what Tom Brady wants to prove is that he can one win without Belichick, and that he can two win with, even though he's aging and stuff. And last year, he wasn't in a bad position with his team yet. They lost in the playoffs. So
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, I mean, even though it was a good to a good Titans team.
Yeah. Yeah, it was the first round, right?
Yeah, I think it was either the first. Yeah, it was the first round.
All right. So, looks like we've covered everything that's major in the NFL right now. Let's move to the NBA. So, let's review where everyone ended up. Wait, wrong thing. Let's see where everyone ended up in the standings, what the playoff race is looking like now. Okay, so in the East, we've got Giannis and the Bucks, number one. They've clinched a spot. The Raptors, number two. The Celtics, number three. All three of them have clinched playoff spots. And then you've got four, the Heat, five, the Pacers, six, the 76ers, seven, the Brooklyn Nets, eight, Orlando Magic, nine, Washington Wizards, 10, Charlotte Hornets, 11, Chicago Bulls, 12 New York Knicks, 13 Detroit Pistons, 15 Atlanta Hawks, and 16 the Cleveland Cavaliers.
Yeah. So just one question about right now: who do you think has surprised you the most in the Eastern Conference? so far.
Good or a bad way or both? I mean,
Just in the East. So,
just in the East Conference, just let's see,
yeah.
surprised me the most. Um, I don't know. Yeah, I'd say maybe it surprises me. Yeah, I don't really have any surprises much. Maybe I guess the only thing I'm a little surprised about is just how much better the Bucks are than the Lakers. Because like the Lakers have a stacked team and the Bucks have like Giannis, but they're like quite a few games ahead of the Lakers. Like the Bucks
Yeah.
53 and 12, Lakers are 49 and 14.
Yeah, I would say that the Bucks. I think that. I mean, obviously, in my opinion, Giannis is the MVP right now,
Right.
and I mean they rely on him, which just shows how good of a player. When he got hurt, they went 0-3 and two important games there. But as my surprise, I would probably say, I mean, the Heat and the Pacers are pretty high, and the Pacers just got Oladipo back, so they'll probably have a good postseason.
Oh yeah, I'll bet they will too if we get to the postseason with this coronavirus. All right, let's move to the West. So, number one is the Los Angeles Lakers, and they're the only people that have clinched a playoff spot right now. Number two is the LA Clippers. So, we've got the two LA teams up front. Okay, number three is the Denver Nuggets. Number four, our Utah Jazz. Number five, the Oklahoma City Thunder. Six, Houston Rockets. Seven, Dallas Mavericks. Eight, Memphis Grizzlies. Nine, Portland Trailblazers. 10, New Orleans Pelicans. 11, Sacramento Kings. 12, San Antonio Spurs. 13, Phoenix Suns. 14, Minnesota Timberwolves. And last, the Golden State Warriors. And they've already been eliminated. They're the only team that have been eliminated so far.
Yeah, and I mean the West is so competitive.
It is super competitive
Yeah.
East, yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, yeah, do you have a surprise team for the West?
Yeah, what's your surprise team in the West?
Yeah, mine is definitely either the Thunder or the Grizzlies. I mean, the Grizzlies are. I think that. I mean, they're the 8th seed, and if it stays that way, which it looks like it will, they're 7 games behind the Mavericks. If it stays like that, then they'll probably end up losing to the Lakers, who are just a powerhouse right now. But I think that they're really impressive because they're really young and they're led by a rookie,
Oh, wow.
John Morant.
Hmm.
But I would also say it's the Thunder just because, like, nobody expected that. I mean, you have, like, Chris Paul, and I'm of the Rockets right now.
Hmm.
But, I mean, it's just really competitive.
Yeah, it is really competitive. I'd say the team that surprised me most in the West was the Warriors, and that's because how bad they've been. I mean, if I remember right, they were in the finals last year, right? Like NBA finals.
Yeah.
And now they're dead last and they're already out of the playoffs. I mean, let's see what happens. So, Kevin Durant, is he out? I think he's out.
Yeah, he left to the Nets, but yeah, he's out.
AD's gone.
Yeah.
Man, I'm trying to remember.
Klay Thompson is out.
Yeah, Klay Thompson, that's his name. Steph Curry, he's out, right?
Yeah, he's been out most of the season.
Draymond Green. Don't remember.
He's in, but I mean, yeah,
It's not enough.
it's not really enough. I am surprised though because they still have I mean, yeah, they're not as impressive as they should be, even though they have injuries. That is not an excuse for how bad they've been, just because they still have like Draymond Green and stuff.
Yeah, it's kind of like a deja vu of what happened to the Lakers, where like LeBron comes to the Lakers and everyone's like, "Oh man, the Lakers are gonna be so good," and then they just kind of played garbage defense the second half of the season, and well, there goes the playoffs. I mean, like underwhelming, I guess, is what I'd say. Pretty underwhelming.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
So
And you still had D'Angelo Russell most of the season, and now you have Andrew Wiggins, and I don't know what happened.
yeah, yeah, me either. Me either. Um,
But yeah.
let's see. One last thing on the NBA before we move on to the XFL. Who is your prediction for NBA champion? Like, who do you think's gonna?
I would say if I have a champion, personally, let's just take it Western Conference,
Yeah,
and the West Coast Conference Championship, I would expect to see the Clippers and the Lakers just because those teams are just like
right. They're just like,
very good. But I would expect to see the Lakers and the Bucks. They're both number one seeds, but don't get me wrong, there will be upsets. But I think that these two teams are just really good. But then if you look at it again, the Clippers have also beaten the Lakers every game they've played versus them in. So I don't know.
yeah. My pick is gonna be the not the Lakers, the Clippers. I think it's gonna be the Clippers. I mean,
Yeah, yeah.
just they're like not as good as like the Lakers on paper, but they've just played. I think they've played like better, just like grit wise. I guess they've given more grit, more hard work. I think.
Yeah, and they show. They've been adding on their team, Marcus Morris, and then Kawhi Leonard, Paul George once he's like more healthy.
Yeah, I think
But
like, take them to
yeah,
the finals.
yeah.
Okay, next let's go to the XFL. I don't think ESPN's got a. Oh, they do have a page for the XFL now. Let's go to the XFL. I don't know how much you've been following it. I was following the first bit of the season, and the Seattle Dragons were kind of trash, which was kind of disappointing because it's my favorite team. Um, I think that the XFL is gonna do pretty good. I think they're gonna go off and have like a great run, however long this lasts. I mean, they would do way better than the American Football Alliance or whatever that was. That
Yeah,
pretty quick.
the the XFL. Even though their season's canceled, I think it was a great idea to do this because if you look at it, PJ Walker is gonna have a chance in the NFL,
Yeah,
and some players are gonna get a chance in the NFL because of playing there.
yeah. Plus, it's just fun for the fans. Like, let me go to their website. They've got it's like all about the fans for them. Like they are like this is the XFL is very much like this is for the fans, by the fans,
Yeah,
and it's like, man, if the
I
website,
mean, there is one person I would love to see go to the XFL, and that person is Tim Tebow. It seems kind of funny, but
oh man, that would actually be
that would be great.
like praying on the sidelines again. Man, where's the video? Okay, this is it. Thank you to our fans. And for those of you who aren't as familiar with the XFL over here, their motto is for the love of football. And if you like look at their videos about the rules or stuff, it's always the XFL for the love of football. I just really like that. How it's like really fan friendly. And I think it's gonna be pretty great.
Yeah,
Just
I think that there's a lot of there was like, and it was It was kind of more competitive than I thought. I mean, the Houston Roughnecks were like stacked. They had like Cam Phillips, PJ Walker,
So stacked.
but there were some other really good teams.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. There were.
Yeah,
Speaking of the teams, let's go and check the standings and just see where things left off, just to get things fresh here. Okay.
yeah. But I mean, the one person that I would pay attention to is obviously PJ Walker. That's the one player that I think will go far. I mean, he led the XFL in passing yards and passing touchdowns. I think he'll be the one who, and he led his team to 5-0. So
Yeah, it's pretty good. Yeah, that's really good. 5-0, only undefeated team left in the XFL. Um, what's your favorite play that's like happened in the XFL? Like, I don't know how close you've been following it or if you've watched any of the games, but do you have any favorite like plays?
um, I mean, I've watched a few games. I don't have like a favorite play though, really. But
Just always good.
I mean, yeah, PJ Walker's touchdown to Cam Phillips. I mean, those are always just good because, I mean, those are 2/3 of PJ Walker's touchdowns throwing to Cam Phillips. So
It's like what's his name? Like Joe Montana and Jerry Rice.
yeah, Joe Montana here. Yep.
Okay, let's just go back. Major League Baseball. Let's go over that real quick. So, Major League Baseball is coming off the Houston Astros cheating scandal, and it's not the first time that have like been frustrated by like cheating scandals and stuff and just other scandals with Major League Baseball, but everyone always eventually comes back to the sport. So, like when MLB could return, because like I hope they get going soon. I mean, I know some people find the Major League Baseball like boring, but I think it's actually kind of fun to follow. I mean, like not the games because it's like just kind of hard to follow the games, but it's just fun watching the standings and looking at the playoff race and like watching the World Series and stuff like that. So let's see what this article says. Um,
Yeah.
they're hoping to start the game.
In my opinion,
Sorry, what the?
oh no,
The internet
sorry, go
out a little.
ahead. I was just gonna say I agree. I think it's a fun sport to watch. I mean, opening day was supposed to be a few days ago, but
Yeah,
now it's looking like June is a best case scenario.
yeah. I hope they get started up in June. I mean, can you imagine what the playoff race and like the World Series is gonna look like? Like this might be the first time, no, the second time in history that they start the World Series in October. I think they've only started it in October once before. Or is it September? It's September or October. But this is gonna be pretty historic,
Yeah.
at least in terms of like when it starts and all that. All right.
Yeah, and also you got to think about this is one of the sports that's late enough where it can be postponed, but there's still a good chance that it gets canceled.
Yeah, there is, unfortunately, with this coronavirus and all that.
So you never know.
Let's go to college basketball here, and
Yep.
just want to check out ESPN's got a great prediction on man, if I can find the article. They've got like a March Madness prediction thing, and they were just predicting out the tournament. It's kind of a crazy prediction, and I don't think it's like gonna be the most accurate, but it was pretty fun. Let me just see if I can find it.
I mean, yeah, it was Wisconsin over BYU, right?
Yeah, it was Wisconsin over BYU.
Wasn't that it?
Yeah, I just can't see it.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I don't disagree with that completely. I think that
That's
Those are two good Cinderella teams.
yeah, good Cinderella. I mean, I don't think that there's going to be like no one seeds in the Final Four whatsoever, but I don't think it's like unrealistic at all. I mean, if Loyola Marymount, like an 11 seed, can get into the um Final Four, why can't like BYU and all these other teams? There's this
Yeah, and if you
sorry, what?
If you look at the one seeds, I agree with you. I don't think there would be a one seed because um, you have uh, you have Baylor, who's like a new one seed, and haven't like I mean they play in March Madness tournaments, but not usually is that high expectations. Same thing with Dayton, and I mean Kansas is the only one, and maybe Gonzaga that I could really see doing that. But then again, Gonzaga lost to BYU in
Right,
the
right.
ring, so I don't know.
Actually, that's yeah, the BYU Gonzaga game might have been like the first game known where the corona got spread, like in Utah.
Yeah,
So this is
yeah,
what 538 predicted would happen in the Elite Eight tournament. And let's go to the men's bracket. So they thought that so Kansas, they had Kansas and Kentucky in the Elite Eight, Maryland, Florida State, Louisville, Michigan State, Oklahoma, and San Diego. And they think San Diego, Michigan State, Maryland, and Kansas are all going to make it. And they think that the Final Four is going to be number one Kansas versus number four Maryland, number two San Diego versus number three Michigan State. I'm not quite sure how much I agree with that prediction. Trying to get to their bracket. Got a great bracket here that I used to fill out my March Madness brackets. At least in previous years I did. Let me pull it up.
yeah.
Uh,
I think Maryland didn't get the credit they deserve, though. Honestly, I think that they could.
wait.
They're really good.
Uh, can't find it. Looks like they've made it super hard to get to. It's just like cool stuff, and it's like, oh, but it's like we don't want to talk about sports, man. Like, why can't they just stick some more sports stuff up? Yeah, I can't
Yeah,
just think that's a wrap for today. What do you think? Is there anything?
yeah. No, I mean that's kind of it. But actually, let's go over one thing. Let's do how um I mean the sports like stopped, like the steps.
Let's get a timeline up.
Do you want to just go over that? Yeah.
Let's go over how the sport stopped. Let me just get my screen shared here. So share screen. All right, let's share that. Okay, so let's do like coronavirus cancel or sports cancellation timeline. I think the most dramatic cancellation was the NBA, where like the players are
Yeah,
to go, and then it's like, oh
that like sprung it all off.
yeah, let's ESPN's always got some good articles. So let's do Corona cancellations and reactions. So
Yeah.
let's go over what happened. So what things were canceled. So the NBA season was suspended. NCAA canceled its tournament. So both men's and women's. MLB canceled the remainder of spring training and pushed back their regular season starting date. The National Hockey League has suspended play. Golf's first tournament has been postponed. Boston Marathon race is delayed. London Marathon is delayed. And man, and this isn't really sports, but the National Spelling Bee is canceled too. I don't remember what date exactly they decided to cancel the tournament, but it was somewhere in the last like 2 or 3 weeks, right?
Yeah. So the way it's sprung off is obviously I mean we're talking like the rest had the ball in his hand minutes before
Yeah,
Oklahoma City Jazz game.
it was crazy.
Um, a medic ran onto the middle of the court and had the rescue together. And Rudy Gobert tested positive with the coronavirus. And then later that night, the final games were found out that like Donovan Mitchell had the coronavirus. And then they kind of just sprung off everything. I mean,
It did. It just,
later that day, all the NCAA tournaments were canceled and stuff.
yeah, it just like completely just threw everything off. It's just kind of crazy. And also, it was kind of embarrassing for Rudy Gobert because he was kind of, I don't know, he didn't really take the virus all that seriously. Like when media came in, they were instructed to stay 6 feet away from the players to reduce the spread of corona. He went around and just touched every single microphone. He also
Yeah.
shaking hands and like touching people and stuff, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh, you've got corona. It's like, oh,
Yeah.
maybe I shouldn't.
And I
Like,
mean, they better really hurry and get over, because you could tell that some of the Jazz players were a little irritated by this.
Mitchell.
And yeah, they better get over it sooner, because I mean,
It'll hurt their
they need to be like happy with each other and stuff.
pride. We forgot one like other major important cancellation. That's the Olympics. The Olympics have been postponed until 2021, which is kind of crazy. I mean, the Olympics. I can't remember the last time the Olympics have been like canceled or postponed like this. I mean,
Yeah.
other than like maybe like World War II, but I wasn't alive then, so I wouldn't know. I don't remember at least.
Yeah.
Man, so many sports. I'm just kind of scrolling through the article here, and let's see. So the like NBA, Major League Baseball, NHL, NFL, soccer, WNBA, tennis, horse racing, Olympic sports, XFL, esports, MMA, the WWE, auto racing, Formula One, golf, NASCAR, boxing, rugby. Those have all been postponed or affected or canceled in some way by the coronavirus. I just think it's like crazy. It's just so crazy how
Yeah.
coronavirus has turned everything upside down.
Yeah.
Okay, I think we've hit everything. You know, anything else you want to go over?
No, I'm good.
All right. Thanks for watching, everyone. Hope you're staying safe at home, staying healthy. Hope your grandparents and parents are doing okay. That's a wrap for today. Thank you, Eli,
All right.
and hosting with me. And we'll see you next time.
Goodbye.